You have a good group of scouts here, Don.
Thank you.
You know, Blake will be your regular unit commissioner.
Hi.
It's great to meet you.
Great
and
to
I
meet
really enjoyed meeting your troop this evening, too. But you know, there's still a lot I'd like to know about how your troop operates. Is there a convenient time, maybe next week, that you'd be able to get together? Maybe we could meet with your committee chair so I could get to know you?
How about Tuesday at 8 at my house?
Tuesday at 8 works great.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay. And also, I've got this self-assessment tool that you can use as you prepare for our meeting. Now, it covers all the areas that we're going to talk about. Just take a look at it, make some notes, and please give a copy to your committee chair, too.
Okay, I'll do it.
Great. Good deal. If you notice on here, too, there's a bunch of...
This meeting typically takes place in a living room, kitchen table, and a comfortable, non-threatening atmosphere. Before this meeting, do a little research on the unit. Your district executive can give you the background. Check the registered size of the unit, advancement, summer camp participation, camporee participation, roundtable attendance. Anything that will give you an idea of the unit's program and involvement in council and district programs. Mentally compare the meeting you observed and the meeting elements you saw in the Fast Start series. Use the self-assessment as the basis for your conversation and the beginning of a work plan. The purpose of this working session is to create a plan of action with the unit leadership to ensure the youth in the program have the best scouting experience possible.
Together, collaborate in building an action plan and making sure that they have the tools and the support necessary to execute it. That's the way we're going to make sure to give every kid a chance. And that's the definition of great commissioner service.
This is where your listening skills, your people skills, and your negotiating skills come into play. This is not a one-sided critique. It's a three-way discussion, a guided discovery. So using the self-assessments filled out by the unit leader and committee chair as a point of departure, start your meeting by asking non-emotional, non-critical, sincerely curious questions. What strengths do you see in your unit? Are there areas of improvement that came to your attention when you considered the categories of the self-assessment? How is your attendance at meetings, outings, summer activities?
Our attendance is never consistent. I feel like we're competing with soccer practice and homework and who knows what else. It's frustrating for us and the kids.
In what way?
Remember that when you've asked a question, it's your turn not to talk. A bit of silence is okay. Give the person time to think. Encourage descriptions of events.
It's a challenge for us and the kids to prioritize our time, our work, and school.
And scouting.
Of course, and scouting.
Take the time to uncover the real issues. Ask related questions to the issues that might unpeel the layers of the onion without sounding like an interrogator. You as unit commissioner are not the person with all of the answers. You are here to discover issues and weigh options to consider. For instance,
at our last committee meeting, our advancement chair said he was concerned that our Webelos Den is lagging behind in advancements.
And why do you think that is?
You know, our Webelos leader hasn't been attending our monthly pack leaders meeting.
Is there a reason?
Well, he just doesn't seem to fit in when our den leaders are discussing their program. The Webelos Den always has a different theme. Plus, they're not focused in on any specific activity badge.
Well, maybe a good start would be if you got together on one theme idea and incorporated a specific activity badge monthly. It may not be the total problem, though. Your Webelos leader's name is John, right?
Yes.
Okay. Has he been trained?
Now that you mentioned it, I don't think so.
You know, we have a training course starting next week. You think you might be able to get him to go?
I'll help get him there.
The boys want more outdoor activities, but we don't have anyone in the unit who can assist with teaching those merit badges or skills. We need to find some additional volunteers to help.
Have you done a survey of your parents to see what talents they might have? There's a sample of one in the scouting literature. Or have you checked with the district advancement committee to see if they have a district merit badge counselor list available?
Well, I mean, as you know, I'm new. Did we do a survey?
I don't believe so.
Let's check with Mary, our advancement chair. If we don't have one, then we can do a survey.
Outstanding.
Or maybe a venturing crew is losing members. How do they involve the youth in the program?
We seem to be losing our members. Could there be something wrong with our program?
Well, how often do you meet with the youth officers? And do they assist you in planning your program for the meetings and activities?
Well, we tend to plan our meetings from month to month, and we advisors handle that. You know, kids.
You know, the crew officers seminar is set up for you and the youth officers to help you plan an annual program that is of real interest to the membership.
Well, maybe that might work.
You see, once you make a more concerted effort to include the youth in your planning, it gives them a reason to be more involved.
In order to be successful, these sessions have to be a give and take, an exchange of ideas. And remember, you're working with people who give their time as volunteers to the organization. Remind them that your role is to help them. What you are actually doing is mentoring and coaching.
I think we can work together on that.
At the end of the session, you should have an action plan with priorities and time frames. But your work is far from over. As a unit commissioner, it's your responsibility to make sure these actions really happen. For example, if you have a unit that has a weak program, one of the action items may be to visit a unit that excels in this area. One way to make sure this gets done is to go with your unit leaders to observe the unit that may give you both some ideas. Discuss what you saw. Ask the unit leader you're visiting some of his or her techniques in running a successful program. After this initial visit, you should visit your units once a month. All of your units, not just the great ones or the ones that have challenges.
One of the greatest challenges we all face is making sure that we make regular visits, at least once per month, to every one of our assigned units. And that is so crucial that I really can't overemphasize it. Because if we don't make the visits, we're not going to have an opportunity to see what's really going on in the unit.
Be a friend to that unit leader, and a friend is somebody that you have a relationship with. I don't think you can fulfill this role by going, every once in a while. I mean, that's why it's important for you to visit the unit leader, visit each unit at least once a month. And I say at least. I mean, there are some of these units that, depending on what role they're in, they have to be visited more often.
Expand your notion of the monthly visit. Try to vary your visits: unit meeting, pack, troop, or crew committee meeting, den meeting rather than a pack meeting, a round table, outdoor activity, camporee, or powwow. These different meetings will give you a different perspective of the unit. Now, don't think you're out there with all of this responsibility and no resources. Every month you'll attend the commissioner staff meeting where you report on the progress of your units. This meeting is an excellent place to get help. Chances are other unit commissioners may have faced some of the same challenges you're facing with your units and probably have some practical advice. And don't hesitate to ask for help. You're not going to have all the answers. Think about where you work for a living. You can't be an expert on everything. Chances are you rely on someone else for your help if your computer goes down, if you get a question you can't answer, or if you're trying to produce a product and deliver it to the public. It takes a lot of people working together to make things happen. It's the same way here.